Hey, do you want to build a snowman? Well, soon you'll be able to, because Frozen 2 has been announced. Who didn't see that coming? And as you would know it, the internet is in a frenzy. Some people are going like, oh my god, it's bad too, yeah. While other people are going like, oh crap, not this shit again. But, I'd be lying if I said that I was on their side, because I am kinda happy about it. I saw the first movie, I thought it was good, I liked it. I don't know if it's one of my favorite Disney films, but it is close. I liked it. So, I am pretty excited about it, and hope they do a good job with it. So, what I'm pretty much going to talk about in this video is what I would like to see in the new movie, what the plot would be, and things like that. So, I think for the main plot, I would probably like to see how Elsa got her powers. And they could do this in a few ways, because they never explained how she got her powers in the originals. They're just there, and you have to accept that. And we just don't know how. But one way they could do this is that they could just have it that she was born with them. So, why was she born with them? Was she just, was she a special child? Was this just kind of prophecy? Or is it ancestry? Did a grandmother or grandfather have it at one point? Or, maybe there's some kind of tribe out there that they're related to, and she got them from them, so, who also have ice powers, so they could do that in many ways, and I'd like to see any of those. Another one could be, maybe she got them from a witch, and, maybe that witch gave them to her so she could conquer Arendelle or something, and then she doesn't do it, and then the witch comes back for revenge. Now, probably in the way I'm explaining it, that's terrible, but maybe Disney could make it work out in a way, and I would kind of like to see that, so I think that might be a good story, like maybe the original Snow Queen gave it to her or something, because in the original story, the Snow Queen was evil. I think she was, at least, if I remember right, so, and then maybe Elsa was supposed to be her descendant, sort of, but I think that would be a good one, maybe, so as a main plot point, I would like to see it on Elsa giving her powers, and Elsa being the main character, because in the original she was a main character, but she wasn't the main character. That belonged to Anna. So I would kind of like to them to switch around, kind of like they did in Monsters University with that pretty cool thing. So I hope that they do that, and hope they do a good job with it. As for another plot, or maybe a subplot, I would like to see a Hans redemption story. Now, before you do anything, let me tell you this. Give me one, just one, Disney villain that has been redeemed from one of the films that we all know and love. Just one. I'll give you time. Give me one. Huh? What was that? Huh? I hear you? Huh? You're saying you can't think of one? You can't think of one? Oh, well, of course you can't, because there isn't one. Wow. Not one Disney villain has been redeemed. All of them who have done something evil have not been redeemed. Not once. So, I think it would be a good idea if they did a Hans redemption story. Now, some of you are probably going like, Bill, he tried to kill Anna and Arthur. He's trying to get redeemed. Yeah, excuse me, my throat gets dry past because I don't talk this long usually, but... Well, what about Beast? He locked Belle up in a room, and she forgave him. Or what about when John Smith and all his people tried to kill the Indians? Pocahontas and her people forgave them, right? And the list goes on. So, why can't Hans get redeemed? I'm a person who believes people should get a second chance. if you give people a second chance if they ask for it, they may change. They may actually change. But if you don't give them that chance, then they may not change. They just might stay the same. And you're half responsible for it because you were too unforgiving to give them a chance. Zuko's another one from Avatar. He tried to kill them throughout the whole series, and in the end he joined them, they forgave him. So, that's just another case in point. But, so if they do give Hans that chance, they might let him. In the original movie, he says he's ignored. That can heavily damage a child. If family ignores him, especially parents, he didn't say that, but if his parents also ignore him, that can heavily damage a child, very much. And it would lead them to have a difficult adulthood. So, because that's what happened to Elsa. She was technically mentally abused, so, but people forgive her. So, if people do give the chance to Hans to change and prove he did, then he could. Now, as for a Elsa story, maybe, just maybe they can have a hint at it at the end, but no real confirmation, just a little wink to the audience that they may have it, but just nothing really big. Just maybe have them stay friends and then maybe a future relationship, but just make them stay friends and prove Hans did redeem himself. And not for a real plot, but maybe just for a little thing that people want to find out. What happened to Kristoff's parents? Because in the very beginning of the film, he's showing just running around with the deer by himself. So, or reindeer, whatever it is. But, and then he just travels with the ice people. Does he belong to one of them? Where are his parents? We don't know that. So, I really like to see maybe just Kristoff just say that and maybe tell them they died, or maybe they gave him up for adoption or something like that. Just, I think fans would like that, so that would be good. And so how long is this film going to take? I think on average, if I remember right, it usually takes about 3 or so years to make an animated film. I don't remember what it is exactly, but so I'm guessing the next Frozen will probably come out in about 2017 or so. Maybe 2018, but I know people do really want to see it, but you have to give these things people time. If Disney rushed on it, people would hate it, and they would blame them for it, even though it was really the fans' fault. Kind of like on Sonic 2006, when the Sonic fans were like, you gotta get this out for the 50th anniversary! And then the people had to rush on it, and it ended up sucking. So if Disney has to rush on this because of the fans, it will be their fault if the film sucks, not Disney. So let Disney have their time, just all the time they want, and just try to kind of make it their version of Toy Story 2 better than the original, because if they try hard, I think they can do it. So, because they're making a Frozen 2, a lot of people are asking, what about a Big Hero 6 2? A Tangled 2? And, yeah, I would like to see that, because the only reason Frozen is getting a sequel right now is because of how popular it was. I mean, even though Frozen was popular, it didn't get as popular because it didn't even win an Academy Award somehow, but, and, even though Big Hero 6 did, I don't know if they're, going to get a sequel immediately because it's not Disney, it's, Marvel Disney, I think, but I do think they could get a sequel. Wreck-It Ralph 2, they did announce a sequel, I think, but, we've gotten no plot or date yet, but I would really like to see a, movie on that too, but, so, I'm ready for Frozen 2. I think it might be a good film. I think it has potential, as long as they don't screw it up, so, I'm ready for it. I'm more ready for it than Toy Story 4 or Finding Nemo 2 or any of those other films are coming out, except for Incredibles 2. That film I want to see. That should be awesome. As long as they age the children. I don't want them to be the same age. I want them to age them a little bit at least, so. No, that's my opinion on Frozen 2. I do think it does have potential, and that's it. Anyway, thanks for watching and take care.